Star Wars Visions is Disney's newest Star Wars series released on Disney+. It's a collection of short films created by anime studios. Are they any good? Let's take a look. I'm going to go episode by episode, writing each review after I watch an episode. Possible spoilers. The duel was pretty good. Definitely had very strong samurai vibes. The art style I thought was actually really neat looking. The story is pretty generic though. We've seen this so many times before in Star Wars, and just many times the story of defending a village from, bandits. And it's up to our hero to save them. One thing I wasn't crazy about was the umbrella lightsaber. It just seemed kinda silly even for Star Wars. And when she used it to fly for a second, like the Inquisitors did in Rebels, I had to cringe a little bit. Not a fan of people using lightsabers to fly. But the action was actually really good and pretty fun. I really like the main character. He seems really neat, and we don't know a lot about him. And it's definitely a cool mystery there that I'm not sure if we will ever get answered. Tatooine Rhapsody. I started off being pretty excited when I saw the destroyed droids and dead clones. Are we about to get a Clone Wars episode? No, we aren't. This one was interesting, I guess. A former Jedi turned lead singer of a rock band. I don't really have much to say about this one. It was alright, not really my thing to be honest. I enjoyed seeing the old pod race track though. The Twins. This was so far my least favorite. Most of the dialogue was extremely cringy and just quoting Star Wars. Also, we have another planet-destroying weapon, how original. But the dialogue is just the worst anime exposition dialogue. Like, every piece of dialogue just seems weird and like it thinks the audience is stupid and won't understand what's going on. The animation I didn't think was very good. Hopefully the other episodes are better. 3 episodes in and I'm not super impressed with what's going on. The Village Bride. I like the atmosphere and music in this episode, but there wasn't anything that was very interesting going on. It felt a lot like the episode Duel, just a bit slower with less action, which is fine, but I don't think the story was interesting enough to keep me interested. The Ninth Jedi. I have a little note here saying that I'm pretty sure that's not how lightsabers work, but it's not a big deal. I'm pretty sure they announced that none of this is in the canon anyway. I actually really like The Ninth Jedi. So far, my favorite episode. So this has probably been the best one. It really felt like the opening episode to a Star Wars anime. I kind of hope we see a continuation of this. Cara and the gang establishing a Jedi Order, searching for the Jedi hunters that took her father. There's some potential there. I actually really like this episode. TOB1. I had a hard time finishing this one. The music was neat. If he's summoned to the Jedi, why doesn't he draw something related to the Jedi? Like a Jedi starfighter or something, but no. Typical modern Star Wars, acting like the original trilogy is the only thing that exists. More X-Wings and more TIE fighters. It's like they're the Lego company. I think I'd rather watch the Twins episode again before I ever watch this one again. The Elder. Does this take place in the High Republic? Because their uniforms and what the Jedi were wearing gave me a lot of High Republic vibes, so I thought that was really neat. And, much better than the last episode. I liked the banter between the Master and the Apprentice. There was a good, interesting story. The Elder was a mysterious character. I really enjoyed this episode. The fight was also really cool. I like seeing the steam come off the lightsabers in the rain. And this is another one that if they were to continue along with this story, I'd be all for it. This was also a really cool episode. Lab and Ocho. It seemed interesting at first, but I had a really hard time caring about what was going on. The planet was kind of cool, but it was pretty much Japan in the Star Wars universe, so that's kind of neat, or lazy, depending on who you are. This was a pretty disappointing overall. And was the sister wearing an Admiral uniform, like what Thrawn wears? When did she become an Admiral in the Empire? I could just be wrong, and that's not what it is, but yeah, just another episode that I just had a really hard time caring about anybody in it. It was not very interesting. Akakiri? I was not a fan of the 2 sidekicks in this episode. The visuals were nice, especially that little travel montage. Not crazy about the character designs though. That twist towards the end was pretty good. I enjoyed that quite a bit when I saw it happen. The music was pretty out of place, though. Didn't enjoy that very much. It was sort of interesting, but without any real build-up, it's hard to care about what's going on with any of these guys. Like, there's these cool stories here, but I don't feel like there's enough time for them to breathe and really tell it in an engaging way. It feels like we're fast-forwarding through what would normally be a few episodes of an anime. This show was really disappointing to me overall. I really wanted to like it, but I just don't see myself ever coming back and watching any of these again. If they do a second season, I'll probably still watch it, but I think that's more because it's going to have Star Wars in the title. Really wish I liked this more. If you watched it, what was your favorite episode? What was your least favorite? What I think might have been better was if they just did a straight up Star Wars anime series. It's like, give it a few episodes, tell a full story from beginning to end. I think that would have been really cool and much better.